everybody. This is Alder speaking to you from GuitarPoint Vintage Guitars in Maintal, Germany. Today, with a night, I have to look up the year, 1966 Fender Jaguar. Fender Jaguars are a little different from your normal Fender. First of all, they have a shorter neck scale. So they're good for people with not as long fingers. Well, my fingers are not really long, but they're kind of thick anyway. And so they have a little bit been out of focus concerning vintage guitars because people usually are used to the Strats, the Tallies, and whatever, Jazzmasters maybe. But they have their own fascinating flavor, and I show you a little bit how the guitar works. There's basically two settings. One is a kind of a rhythm setting. It's a little more damped and has a little more jazzier sound. And this is the other setting is, well, you can switch the pickups by themselves. This is just the front neck pickup, you know, and then add the bridge pickup, and you can, well, I think it's kind of an out of phase setting. Anyway, so there are a lot of interesting, I would say, rhythm guitar flavors to this, and which has made this guitar a stronghold. Like, for instance, Johnny Marr with the Smiths, or some of the English guitarists from independent rock, but also Nels Cline from Wilco is one of the strong Jaguar users, because Jaguars have a very jangly, beautiful, chimey rhythm sound, and they add great textures to, you know, the sound of bands, especially when you have like maybe a bass player plays the precision through like a big bass sound, and you get this nice jangly rhythm sound to it. And this is where these guitars are really good, what these guitars are really good for. But you can also, as you've heard, you can also play some nice solo stuff on them too, because, as I said, they sound different. And if you want to, you know, not be the 20 millionth Stratocaster guitarist, and you want to find an individual sound, then these guitars are really good for that. That's a 1966 Fender Jaguar, and this is Alder from GuitarPoint Vintage Guitars in Maintal, Germany. Thank you, and bye-bye.